Hi, kindergarten math students. So we are going to use our tower of 10, red or blue. The color does not matter when you are measuring. So this tower of 10 is like our unit that we are using to compare two objects to show if they are shorter or longer. So we're not using a ruler or a yardstick or a scale, or we are using our tower of 10 to measure, to compare the size, the length of two objects. So it will be a little bit the same as what you did last time in math, but a little bit different. It may take a little more brain power. So let's see. If you were going to compare, and we can do it this way too, the length of a 10 tower with the length of a block, does it matter if I line them up at the end? Is it okay if I just stick the block in the middle or way up here? Do I really have to line them up to find out which one is shorter and which one is longer? That's an interesting question. Well, let's see. If they're lined up, I think it's pretty easy to see that the 10, we're always going to start with the tower of 10 today. The tower of 10 is longer than the block. How do I know that I'm right? Because the tower of 10 goes on longer than the block. If I put the block here and I don't line it up on the end, it's a little harder to tell because I can see there's extra tower of 10 here and here, but I'm still not sure like how much longer it is. And that's probably the main thing because there's some here and there's some here of the tower of 10. But it's still a little harder to see than here. When they're lined up, they're both starting at the same place, like starting a race at the same place, and you can see the tower of 10 goes on longer. You see more red. It's another way to say it. Okay, so the tower of 10 is longer than the block. Now, it depends what size your block is, obviously. I have a red block as well. I am going to line them up. Okay. Is the tower of 10 longer or shorter than the red block? How can you tell? Now I see that it looks like, because of that, maybe we should does it help to do it this way? Yeah, it's interesting to see it that way too, isn't it? It goes on longer. Not very much, but the tower of 10 is still longer than the big old red block. What about a book? Of course, it depends what size book you have, doesn't it? Okay, let's line them up. I like lining it up on the flat edge, not the edge that has that little round peg for the next block. If we line it up on the flat edge, is the 10, remember we are always starting with the 10 block today. The 10 block, is it longer or shorter than the book? Well, this book, let's see, the 10 block, start with the 10 block. The 10 block is shorter. How do I know that? Because it stops here, stops first. The first one to stop is shorter. The one that keeps going is longer. So the 10 block is shorter. It stops first. Okay, that's a good way to say it. How about a paper clip? I like lining it up on the flat end. Let's line it up. Okay, remember we're always starting with a 10 block today. The unit that we're using to compare the length. Is the 10 block tower longer or shorter than the paper clip? How can you tell? Longer keeps going on longer. Are you catching on? What if you did something really big, like a door? Wow, I can't really do that right now, but you could go walk over to the door and measure. Or a bookshelf. You can walk over there and measure it. So today you have this paper to show me that you understand using the Tower of 10 to compare if it is shorter, or longer. So, number 1, my Tower of 10 is shorter or longer than the paper clip. We just showed that, didn't we? Remember, you're going to want to line them up and measure. We just showed that the Tower of 10 is longer than the tower. Let's get a better marker here. Longer than the paper clip. It went on longer. Go to a chair. Find out. What is the Tower of 10? See, that's always first. Is it shorter or longer than the chair? Measure with a pencil. Keep going. If you don't have one of these things, if you don't have blocks, I know you have a door. If you don't have a bookshelf, I think you can imagine, because you've seen a bookshelf at school before, maybe at a library, maybe at someone else's house. Even just looking at the picture, if it has that many shelves, I think you can tell if the Tower of 10 is shorter or longer. A door, a table, it depends on the size of the table, but I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. Go measure it. Line them up. Okay? Good. Take a picture and show me what you did. Go out the door, said the dinosaur.